Hello, everyone. It's round four preview time for the Southwest Conference, and I have Beck McIntyre joining me today. And a bit of a smaller round in the Southwest Conference this weekend. Beck, we've got a couple of tournaments on potentially that is causing teams to be unavailable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a bit of a smaller round, but obviously we have Warrnambool have their tournament this weekend, so that's it's put a bit of a position to have a showcase game for the men with the Warrnambool and Portland, which we'll get to, but also takes out a lot of the Southwest teams that go to Portland. Obviously their junior teams go, so with all the junior teams filling up the CBL teams, it's quite often a weekend that people have off. So then, yeah, they don't have to worry about having lean numbers.
We'll start off by taking a look at the men, and Saturday night, Millicent are on the road to Terang, and Terang will be looking to adjust that result from last weekend's game where they travelled to Millicent and couldn't walk out with the W.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll definitely be looking to swap that around, having it at home. Obviously, we're in a position where we want, all of those wins over here. It's interesting to see if Millicent will send the same team. Doesn't always happen when they travel, but I'm pretty sure that the Terang coach might have a bit of a play or something to stop Jack, so that hopefully he's not going to be scoring 20 plus points. He definitely seems like he's the key to the Millicent team.
And as you mentioned earlier, it's Warrnambool tournament weekend, and they've requested a rivalry game against Portland. So Warrnambool Seahawks are hosting the Portland Coasters during the Warrnambool tournament. This game is going to be a spectacular game, not only one for the two teams playing, but the crowd that's going to be around.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd imagine that every single one of Portland's squads go to the Warrnambool tournament and vice versa. So not only will they have that, but they'll have all the other teams. Like, it's a massive tournament at Warrnambool, really quite big in the country. Lots of the Southwest teams go. So I think that if there's not much else happening in Warrnambool on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, then I reckon the Ark's going to be rocking.
And then Sunday, Millicent backing it up, this time against Hamilton in Hamilton. This will be an interesting game, one that Millicent can't sleep on.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And I think it's been good for Hamilton to get that that drive around the community, because they're having back-to-back home games. So I can just imagine the crowd will just be getting bigger and bigger. And it definitely makes a difference when you've got to play against a big crowd. And even though Hamilton aren't quite getting the wins, there's lots to like about what they're showing. They've got high scores, they've got multiple contributors on the board. So I think that they're only going to get better and better. And yeah, definitely not a game that you could not come out your best, that's for sure.
And then in the women, as we mentioned earlier, obviously the Mermaids are taking on Portland. This is going to be a cracker game. Both teams haven't really shown the competition yet what they're capable of. So this will be a really good game to witness.
Yeah, definitely. And it'll be interesting to see just, how they go, because I could imagine a few of their players would probably have played 2 or 3 games during the day in the tournament as well. So, bit of a rivalry there, I'd imagine, with Warrnambool and Portland. Again, it'll be a massive crowd. And yeah, it'd be a great game to be able to watch. And both have only played a couple of games. So, yeah, it'd be good to see how they both come out and who hits the floor for both teams.
That's all the games in round four. So 4 games this week in the Southwest Conference for round four. Bit of a smaller one because of the Warrnambool tournament, but there's going to be some cracker games in the schedule, isn't there, Beck?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, look, the Southwest definitely ramps up because it is the only conference that is, after Christmas with their finals. So it does look a little bit different. So there's a bit more leeway for teams, obviously, to have weekends off and things. So, I think as we kind of head into November, it's going to be a big month for this league, and we'll really be able to see who's going to sit where. But yeah, the women's is probably a little bit smaller just with the 6 teams. So, these early games will make a difference to see where you're going to finish, potentially on the ladder, but also hosting home finals and things like that. So yeah, it'll be good to have those full rounds back again. But yeah, obviously lots to look forward to.
We look forward to seeing everyone in the stadiums this weekend. So if you can get to Terang, Warrnambool or Hamilton, make sure you go in, jump in and witness some CBL action in the Southwests. And I'd just like to say good luck to all teams this weekend, and stay tuned for next week when we jump on a call and review what was a round 4 in the Southwest Conference.